It is time for the final segment of the day. A little bit of hazing. Don't worry. Next week, well, probably 2 weeks, because we probably won't do this on Championship Sunday. But next week, you can be in on it. But Aaron and I are about to tell you a true false. We are going to give you a statement. You need to say if it's true or false. You need to defend it. You'll have 30 seconds to a minute. It's kind of like the lowdown, not exactly. Aaron, do you have questions ready?
Yeah, I do. I was prepared.
Okay. I'm going to go first. Woodsy, Carlo Ancelotti has allegedly told Real Madrid that he wants his old Everton player, Richarlison. Do you think that Richarlison goes to Real Madrid as a Vinny Jr. replacement when Vinny Jr. says, "I'm done"?
That's false. That's never happening in a million years. I'll be honest. If Vinny Jr. Vinny Jr. Richarlison has a better chance of scoring a goal than going to Real Madrid. That's where I think that one is. I cannot see him. If he's going to leave, he's going to go back to an Everton. He's going to go back to a team that's lower, or he's going to go to like a PSG because they just want to spend money and sell jerseys. That's what they do. Putting another Brazilian in a Michael Jordan kit is going to sell. So it's one of two things. He's never gonna play for a team like that. And I'll be honest with you, Ancelotti, if he wants to keep this job at Real Madrid, which I think he should. I think he's one of the top 3 managers in the world easily. If he wants to stay, because obviously it seems like it's up to him, he needs to go and he needs to get defenders. I think that's where his lack is right now, and I think that's basically what they need to do in order to advance.
All right, Aaron, what's yours?
So Crystal Palace obviously hired Roy Hodgins. Roy Hodgins will keep his job next season.
False. Roy Hodgson is, quote unquote, me, I don't know, 11 years ago, the worst manager I've ever seen in professional sports. When he was at Liverpool, I wanted to have great expectations going into this, but from the first moment he was there, I can't tell you how quickly I was like, this is going to end in absolute disaster. And most things with him usually end up in disaster. So the way I'm going to go with this one, it's false. He's never going to keep his job. They're going to get rid of him, I think. Or actually, he's got a better chance of probably leaving on his own. If anybody goes into that role, though, I could see the likes of a Lampard. I could see somebody of that ilk. I could honestly see.
You mean it, right?
Yeah, I could honestly see Wayne Rooney. I think would be a perfect person for that job with what he's doing at DC United, putting a team basically on his back and actually managing the team that he's.
This might be a little bit of homerism as me, but you know who's perfect for that team? Patrick Vieira. Why did you fire him? You idiots! Anyway, here's my next one. Speaking of firings, Newcastle is probably going to finish 3rd this year.
Yeah.
Either way, guaranteed Champions League football. They have an entire country behind them. We've talked about this. They go out and they get a better coach than Eddie Howe.
False for now. Because what's going to happen is Eddie Howe's got 18 months left on his lifespan, I'm going to say, with the Saudis. That's the way I'm going to put that. He's got 12 to 18 months left because what's going to happen here is he's going to spend a boatload of money. They're going to underperform, whether it's in Europe or whether it's domestically. They're going to underperform. They're not going to win another trophy next year. It's the year following that they're probably going to win something. But you're going to see the likes of somebody who has more of a European pedigree take over the realm around that time. They're going to let him kind of try this thing out and see how it goes. He's never been in European competition before, so I think that's going to be a new thing for him. How does he manage a team that has players that have never been in Europe before? So I think he's not going to leave for now. It's false for now. In about 12 to 18 months, come back to me with that one because I think that's when we're going to start talking about that.
Well, you're going to be here for the next 12 to 18 months, so we'll hit you back.
I'll sign that contract today.
So Sean Dyche is obviously still the manager at Everton. He leaves to find a better job.
False. I don't think there are better jobs out there for him. I actually think he's kind of perfect for Everton. He's got the rough, the tough, defensive style football that they probably need. If they do end up going down, could be a totally different story. Because that whole club they need to focus on financials if anything. But I'll tell you what, if out of all the signings you had mid-season, the one that I thought was going to bomb the worst would have been him. But I actually think he's done what he needed to do, and he's done it with Burnley before. Even though he went down with Burnley, he's done it with them before, and he's done what he needed to do so far. The job's not done. Can he get it done? I hope not. But we'll see what happens.
Fair enough.
If he doesn't get it done, I want to make up "You Just Got Diced" shirts.
I guarantee you they're probably already out there somewhere.
Arsenal felt getting diced in January. I did not like that at all. All right, here's my last one. Chelsea spent $600 million on new players. Chelsea, we talked about Arsenal trimming the fat. Chelsea's going to have to trim the fat. Chelsea is also bringing in what seems to be a very good manager. In the 23-24 season, because of where Chelsea finished this year, because of where they're going to finish next year, Pochettino wins Manager of the Year.
Ooh, I'm gonna say true. I can't believe I'm actually saying this. So
it hurts, but it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's
It
why
does.
I giggled.
But it's a lot of things that are going on, I think, behind the scenes right this very day that I think is the reason why he could be that person. Reason number one, he's bringing in what I think is one of the best forward-thinking playmakers in Christopher Nkunku from RB Leipzig. He's already come to that team. Mm-hmm. That's a stud signing right there. That's the guy that I think, if João Felix goes or whether he stays or not, I think Nkunku's the type of guy that Poch can kind of mold, whether it's a Harry Kane role or whether it's an Eriksen role. If you drop it a little bit further deeper behind the striker, I think that's the type of player that can transform a side going forward, which is what they need. They can't score goals. So I think that's one. And the reason number two, I think he actually could be, if not manager of the season, a great success there, is that Todd Bowley announced today that he's going to be stepping back a little bit from the football operations role. That I think could be the biggest thing that will happen to Chelsea in the next 4 or 5 years, before they do a ridiculous signing that they're probably going to end up doing. So I do think Poch is going to have all the tools at his disposal, all the money at his disposal, and he's going to have all the players that are already brought in at his disposal. That guy, I will tell you right now, that guy does wonders for attacking football and for forward-thinking midfielders. Enzo Fernandez is going to be unlocked with this guy. They're both Argentinian. They both speak the same language. They know each other very well. Mm-hmm. That's you will see the Enzo Fernandez that you saw at the World Cup most likely will come out under Pochettino.
I didn't even think about the Enzo Fernandez.
Neither did I. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I think it's true. I think it is.
That was my guy. That was my for the World Cup. Enzo Fernandez was my guy. I wanted him so bad at Liverpool with Klopp because he was a perfect player. Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you what, if anybody gets this guy and can actually work the game around him and have him be that piece that you work your midfield around, yep. He's flawless. He's flawless.
Well, and I also think, first of all, hopefully, healthy Conte. Mudryk with a good coach isn't going to.
Conte's on a free.
Great. Oh, is he?
He hasn't signed a contract.
Free agent.
Okay.
Yeah,
you're right.
So he could be moving, which opens up. I mean, there's a lot of wages coming up. So now you got who do you bring in? True. Do you go after? I don't want to say it, but do you go after a Declan Rice, or do you go get Emmanuel Ugarte from?
Does Declan Rice go for you?
No, that's going to City or Villa.
One of those is probably right.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron, you got one more?
Yeah, we're staying in Chelsea, same vein, because you know why Poch wins Manager of the Year? It's because he's winning the league.
Oh,
False. Man City are going to win the league.
You know what? I'm sorry. Hold on. There you go. All right.
Yeah,
We're done with that. We're just absolutely done with that.
Yeah, I think Man City wins the league. I think that's basically where we have to be at right now with the financials coming in with Man City, with the way Pep's got them playing. He said he's going to be there next year. I can't not put my money on them. I don't have Chelsea as a title contender next year.
Mm-hmm.
I do have them as a top 4 lock. Whether they finish third or fourth, I think that's where they're going to end up.